You know that saying about drawing the line in the sand, the one that dares someone or something to cross it. The one fueled by arrogance and a mindset that the person on the other side isn't tougher or more resilient. That's the approach the Dolphins' defensive front has fed on, consistently suffocating the run on Sundays for the past 4 seasons. This year the Dolphins 2-3 own the top spot in rushing yards 61.4 per game and yards per carry 2.7 allowed heading into Sunday's 1 p.m. home game against the St. Louis. Thank you for trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. Rams 3-2. Miami is one stingy game away from tying a franchise record for holding tailbacks to fewer than 100 rushing yards in 20 straight games. Those averages and the possible franchise record mean the Dolphins hold the crown as the NFL's most physical defensive front, a reputation Miami's defensive linemen cherish. The unit actually had t-shirts made that read, "First line of defense. You have to get through us before you can get to the linebackers," defensive tackle Paul Soliai said when asked about the shirts. Thank you for trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. Tell him, Paul. Defensive tackle Randy Starks yells from a few feet away. Soliai and Starks aren't just Miami's starting defensive tackles in this new 4-2-3 front. They are the heartbeat of the Dolphins' defense. When you look at the stat sheets, you're never going to see Paul Soliai takes on 2 linemen and Carlos Dansby makes a tackle. That's not a stat, defensive end Cameron Wake said. You just see Carlos Dansby with a tackle for loss. You don't see Paul Soliai with 700 pounds of offensive linemen. Thank you for trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. On him. Carlos' jersey is clean but Randy and Paul are dirty as hell. Those guys work really hard to keep everyone productive. And the NFL's starting to notice their efforts. Starks was recently recognized as the AFC's Defensive Player of the Week for the 3-tackle, 1 interception and half a sack performance he had in last Sunday's 17-13 win over the Bengals. Miami's opponents have run the ball 115 times for 307 yards in 5 games, and 23 of those runs have resulted in lost yardage. A lot of thank you for trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. Teams say they want to do that, stop the run, but then they don't play that way because they're chasing those sacks, said defensive end Jared Hodrick. According to Hodrick, everyone new to the Dolphins' defensive line must be reprogrammed by defensive line coach K.C. Rogers, who is one of the NFL's most respected position coaches. That's what happened to him when the Dolphins selected the former Penn State standout in the first round of the 2011 NFL Draft. Priority number 1 was no longer hunt down quarterbacks. It became rag. Thank you for trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. Doll opposing offensive linemen on every snap. We're not playing the run on the way to the quarterback, said Hodrick, who is a 302-pound defensive end, which is about 40 pounds heavier than most ends in a 4-2-3 scheme. Stopping the run is the first thing on our mind. Stop the run, make the team one-dimensional, and then move on from there to pass rush. But that's only after the opposition waves the white flag on running the ball, and plenty have. It's something you got to hang. Thank you for trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. Your hat on, take pride in, said Dansby, whose 37 tackles leads the team. It's the cloth you're cut from. According to Miami's defenders, the unit's continuity, the chemistry they have in the front 7, is what's allowed the defense to tighten the screws this season, shaving a few more feet from last year's 3.4 yards per carry average. On Sunday the Dolphins will be facing off against St. Louis' Steven Jackson, the 3-time Pro Bowler, who has annually been one of the NFL's more physical runners. Jackson has produced 7 1,000-plus rushing seasons in. Thank you for trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. His 9 years, and the only year he didn't was his rookie campaign. This is another big challenge because the defensive line is nasty, Dansby said. They play tough up front,